Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and this is week 2 of our woodland steampunk spring collab, one that I'm doing with Karin at Creative Paper Artisan. So yeah, this week is embellishments. By the way, if you don't know what this collab is about, I will have linked below my launch video that will explain everything about it and how to get entered in the drawing for a free digi kit. So let's get started, because embellishing can take a while and I have ideas. So here's my basket of goodies here. I have my 3 signatures that we did in the last video, and I have most of the embellishments here. I don't have like all the freebies, but I think there are some I will print out. But the first thing I want to do is I have these 3 tags, and I purposely put them close together so that I can make a little folio out of them. You can, of course, you know, take them apart, maybe just do 2, whatever, but I knew that I wanted to make a little folio. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to beautify the inside a little bit, and I'm going to use this stencil. Probably should clean it off, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to use peeled paint and a brush. And I'm just going to brush this on here. Yeah, that'll look good. That'll look good. Are you laughing at me because I put this down to protect my glass mat? I just realized I did that, and that was kind of a weird move, huh? Okay. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so let's do... Should we do each one different? Let's do each one different. So this one, we'll do some music. And let's see. I don't know if this is... I don't know which way is right side up, upside down. I think maybe this way. So we'll just go for it. I'm not a music reader, so this may be completely upside down. Beautiful. And let's see, let's do one more. Kind of like these clocks. So we got half the clock and some flowers. Okay. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Okay. So we got that. And I think I'll actually take this with an actual sponge and go around the edges. just kind of finish that off. Of course, we'll do the, how is that, the fold? There we go. Nothing on this side. I'm going to ink around it, but with a brown. So let's use walnut stain. You can still see some of the green, but it's okay. Okay, got that all done. Now we can add some elements to the inside. I think these pockets would be, yes, perfect in there. I am going to trim off the flaps though. Around that a little bit. By the way, I backed these tags on some manila envelope so that it's stronger. Alright, let me make sure I want that one there. Let me find another one. There's so much to play with. I absolutely love these big kits. Let's see. Here we go. Here's another one. Okay, so let me cut this one off. And we'll ink that. Okay, so we'll put these two in here. Oh, here it is. And these I just backed on book page just to make them a little sturdier. I don't like them super thick, but I do want them to be able to hold up for their purpose. I may need to trim that just a little. I don't want that in the fold. So we'll just trim that off a little bit. There we go. Pick that up. Make sure this one's gonna be, yeah, that one will be fine. See, if you have like tons of book pages and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with these, use it to back your pockets and other ephemera that you might want to have a strength to. Okay. Now in the middle, so we can put some cards in there. Have lots of artist trading cards. We both did a set, so plenty of those to play with. That's so cute. Look at that tag. So we can put a little tag in there. And there we go. These I also backed on manila envelope. Put a little tag there. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got these little tags. They're so cute. So let's see. I don't know how many I have. I forgot. But we could use these. Oh, here's another one. As the pockets. So let's see. Oh, here's another. Oh, I should have done that one. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to use these as pockets for these little tags. I'm pretty sure I have another one of that color, so. When I find it, I can add it to the collection. Okay, so I want it to go above my thing there. Trying to get as close out to the edge as I can. Okay, and then this one. Put our little tags in there. I need to ink around these. Cute. Oh, look, I found it. Okay. So you put those in there. And then maybe we'll just take a little embellishment somewhere. I know I cut some out. Maybe. Maybe I did. Put a little fairy up there. Maybe a little gnome up there. Let's do that. You know what though? Kind of wish I had made that thicker. I'm gonna try something. Because this really could be like a pocket. Let's see if that's in there. Look at that. Okay, we're going to do that. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. This should be fine. Should be fine. And we'll take one of these and put it in there. There we go. Then we have our little folio. And I'll probably make like a paper clip to hold this together. But for now, I'm just going to use this little blue one. So there's a little folio. Okay, so for my next project, I'm going to take a couple of index cards. Actually, there's two glued together so that they're a little bit more sturdy. And I trimmed them down to size to fit on my, in my journal, because they were a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some washi tapes here. Some of these are brand new and I haven't used yet, so I'm excited. And I'm going to make some pockets, just decorating with washi tape. So for this one, I'm going to start at an angle. I guess I don't need that much. So I'm going to start right there. And let's see, I have a, whoops. Okay. And then we'll just keep going. If I can. Okay, so then we have this. I left that little corner undone. I'll probably just round it. But I'm going to go ahead and just fold all this over, just so that we have a nice clean edges. And then we can cut off anything that hangs over. There we go. So then we have a really decorative, pretty pocket. So let me round that corner. What do I do with my corner rounder here? Oh, there it is. Perfect. I think I'll leave the top ones rectangular. And then I will cut a notch. There we have a really pretty pocket. Now probably what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put just some regular tape around the edges here. So as you pull things in and out, this won't come up. And we all know washi tape is not really made to stick forever. So this will just help ensure that it stays and nothing will catch. You can also glue this Here we go. That's pretty. I like it. Okay. Let's put this in our journal. I have some stuff going on already, but I'll go over all that with you at another time. Let's see if it'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit in there. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. And I think I'm going to use double-sided tape. I don't know that the glue will hold on the Scotch tape, so. All right. I don't want to go all the way to the fold, but close. That is cool. I like that. All right. So there is another ephemera idea, or pocket idea, or embellishment, whatever you want to call it. And it's a good way, you know, if you don't have the kit or don't want to make pockets, or, you know, just want to add extra stuff in there, then that's a cute pocket. All right, well, let's move on to our next project. Okay, so for our next project, I'm using these 3 tags that are in my kit, and they each come with a coordinating pocket. So I of course don't want to just, you know, they're bland, kind of boring, which I made them that way so that you could decorate them. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of do like that busted canvas thing, so that you can see what's on the tag. You could also just straight cut out something and make a window, but I don't know, I kind of want to do the whole busted tag thing. Plus, then I don't have to measure and, you know, all that fun stuff, right? All right, so I'm just going to poke a hole in here, and then we'll start ripping this. Okay, well, this isn't going to be like the whole busted thing, because you're supposed to keep some of it on there and roll it back. But I do have a fun window that's not perfect. I might put some vellum behind that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's see. Let me get scissors. And then I'll glue that on there. Make it a little straighter there. And let's see, let's use some, well, first I want to ink around that. So let me do that first. Okay. Then we'll take the glue and not get any glue out. Yeah, and then when we put the pocket in there, you'll see through it. And we could, I'm gonna go this way. We could even put, you know, a little decoration or something down there. Okay, so there's that one. Now this one, I'll try to do more like the busted thing. So actually, let's do this. Cut crisscross. And cut some of, tear some of this off. And I do have book page on the other side of this, so that will show. Basically, I'm just tearing it enough where it will kind of roll over. Roll over, roll over. Sorry, my grandkids are living with me at the moment, so I, you know, pick up on their little songs. That done there. I got one more. Okay. And obviously this wasn't fully glued together, so I'm just gonna glue some of these down. And I'm also, I really want to ink those, so let's see how I can do this here. Okay. So let's do some gluing. I am going to glue these, just kind of tack them down so that they're not fully sticking up, and I don't want them to tear off. So just kind of tacking down underneath each little tab here that's been torn. Here we go. And then that will show through on that. That looks really cute. I'm also going to put vellum on there. Let's see. Kind of got bent, so I want to bend it without showing a crease in there. So, all right, so just kind of go around. So when we have that down, put that in there and you can see through it. Oh, I need to fix this. Okay. I think though I'm also going to, probably should do it on this one too. Put some tape around there. Just so that, can I tear this in half? Oh, look at that. When you go to put something in here, it won't catch. There we go. Cute. So we have one that's torn and one that's busted. So how should we do this one? I guess this one I could make sure it's straight. Or, hold on. Okay, so I have this shape die, and I think I will cut that out. So I'm gonna go do that. All right, so I changed my mind on the die cut. I forgot I have these that kind of make like a deckled edge. So I use that instead, and then I can use this for something else. Okay, so let's ink this. Did I get it? Okay. There we go. And then we'll put our vellum on there. Okay. Alrighty. Totally not straight, but that's okay. Alright, so let's get this on here. And there is that one. So then our tag will go in like that. Okay, so I want to put these on a specific area in here. So I have this middle part of this signature that will flip out. So I'm going to put the 3 tags in here. And hopefully I've made these big enough. Give myself room for the glue. And I know this is like a lot of journal space you could have, but you could still write on there. And yeah, I like that. Okay, let's do the pink one. Okay, can't really read that, but still want to make sure it's right side up. There is that one. And then this one. Whoops. Ah. Okay. And there we go. Our 3 tags, each with a torn or deckled or whatever window. So there we go. And we could add a little, you know, something down in the corner. For the tops, this is seam binding. This is just a ribbon. This is a piece left over from the paper that I made that's in the journal. So there we go. I like it. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, for our last project, we're going to make a multi-pocket thingy with a hidden journaling spot. So, I think I have a video on this for my idea book, but I also got this idea from Heather and Jan Studio, I believe. So if I remember, I will link either or both of those videos down below. Okay, so you're going to need 4 pieces, well, 5 technically. Your first piece needs to be your base piece, and you need to make sure it's going to fit on a page. Okay, so this will fit on any of my pages in here, and it is 4 inches by 6 inches. So, and you can make this taller. I just went with 6 inches tall. So one that's 4 inches, and then you'll need to go down to 3 inches, and then 2 inches, and then 1 inch. And if you want to do them all the same paper, that's fine. If you want to do different colors or whatever, like I'm doing here, then that's fine too. You do you. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my 3-inch piece and I'm going to back it. So you want to make sure the back of this is writable, because this is where our hidden journal space is going to be. So I've mounted all of mine on this brown cardboard or cardstock, and then this one I made sure that I could write on it. Okay, so we have our big piece, then our second piece. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put these two together with washi tape. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can put the tape here on the inside. Just make sure that it's going to be something you want showing, because this will flip over and you can write here, but you'll see the washi tape here. So if I put, let's say this is washi tape, if I put that there, you're going to see it. Or you can put it around this way. Okay, just make sure, yeah, you can put it around this way, because then we're going to have, just pretend this is washi tape, then you're going to have this piece on here as a pocket, and it's not going to show at all. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. I think I am going to put mine on the outside, just so that I don't take away from any of this writing space. So I'm going to flip this over, both of these over, and just ignore that. I didn't want to cut it off, so I just went over. Okay, so I'm actually going to take some washi tape, quote unquote, that's in my kit, and use some of that. Let's see here. Again, you can use whatever washi you want. Just make sure that, I mean, you can even use paper. It doesn't have to be washi tape. Just make sure that if you're going to see it, it's going to be something you are going to want to see. Okay, so I know these are about 6 inches. I'm going to go just a tad smaller. And then I'll go ahead and use this same paper here. Okay. So I have my quote-unquote washi tape. So I'm going to put that here. And I have tape on there, so I hope this sticks. I think it will. I'm going to flip this back over, and I want to leave probably just a little bit, or I might just do this. Make sure this piece is exactly where you want it to be. And I'm thinking I'm going to ink this because you might see just a little bit of white. So let me get, here we go. Get some green ink here. So this is something else to keep in mind. But you may see a little piece of that when you open it. Okay. I'm gonna come back and do this again. Make sure that's nice and tight. Hold this, do some finagling here. Get that on there. Okay, oops. So then it will flip open. Okay, and you can kind of see that in there, so I'm glad I inked that. Okay, if you want this to remain a hidden journal spot, do not put a notch here. It's going to look like a pocket, but I'll show you what I mean when we get through this. Okay, so now the next size down, I'm going to put on as a pocket. And this one you can notch if you want to. Okay. And then finally, the last one. Perfect. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So we have little pocket here, and we have a pocket here, and this will flip open. However, I am going to take this piece and put it in here as a pocket. Maybe. I can get my glue on there. And I made this just a little bit smaller than this one. I think I did it like 2.5 inches. This is 3 inches, and I did this one at 2.5. Okay, so let's get, okay. So you have this in your book, and of course you can make this a pocket or top loading. Probably better to do a top loading, because if you make it the size of your page, that's going to stick out. So if you don't want that, you can make this a top loading pocket up here. But that's a pocket in there. So when it's closed, it looks like this is the pocket. But in reality, you open it and it's a hidden journaling spot. So that's why I say you don't really want to notch this one. Otherwise, it kind of gives it away that it's not a secret. I mean, you can, you know, just make sure you don't see this part, I guess. It just takes a little bit away of your writing space, which, you know, is fine too. There are no set rules. But then there's this pocket and then this pocket. And then, of course, you can decorate this all up however you want to. I think I'm just going to leave it. Stuff like this, I tend to be a little minimalistic because, I mean, you're going to have all kinds of stuff in here. And, you know, well, here, let's do this. Some stuff here and some stuff here and stuff hanging out here. So you're not going to see too much of, you know, the overall thing. You could definitely decorate this. But stuff like this, I tend to just kind of leave it. I mean, if it's already got pretty paper, then there's really no... You could decorate this in here, of course. You could decorate this. You could even put another pocket over here if you wanted to. So all kinds of stuff you can do with this. So again, I'm going to make this a top loading pocket. Is this where I want it? Probably going to put it on this homemade page because you can't really write on it. So, do I want it on this side or this side? Maybe I'll put it on the back here. On the back here. I'm going to put it on the back here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. So, because it's going to be a top loading pocket, I'm going to glue here. You can, of course, also use tape or tape runner, however you want to adhere it. Put it just like that. And there we go. So again, we have pocket in there. Okay, looks like this is the pocket. Got some pockets there. I've got 2 cards there. Pocket there. And then we'll have, I'll make a bigger tag, but we'll have a big pocket up here. And then you can open this. And there's a secret spot to journal. Alright, so that is our 4th project. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I hope you have found some inspiration. Please make sure you go and check out everybody's video this week. Today is Karin and me. So go and check out her video as well. Check out everybody else the rest of the week. If you missed the announcement, unfortunately, Val had to back out, so she will not be having any videos. But her freebies will be posted in my group and Karen's group. So we're still going to give those freebies because we'd already made them, so we don't want them to go to waste. But yeah, go check out the other 5 now collaborators and get lots of inspiration. Post your makes in our groups. And yeah, I can't wait to see what everybody makes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, all the information about this collab is down below, where you can get the kits. Yeah, all that fun stuff. Linktree to everybody else's videos. So go and check them out. All right, guys. Until the next one. Bye-bye.